Joe, I want to pick up on something that you mentioned during your chat about how sometimes people in the elites and the academia and educated world tend to disregard other voices almost as a sense of snobbery, and that leads to the problems that we've seen in the last 19 months. How can we address that?
Well, I think we have to be open to fresh ideas. Also, we have to acknowledge and accept the democratic process. And so when someone who is labeled as an outsider wins an election, we have to understand why. We have to understand the frustrations that were dealt with, the fact that people felt ignored, that their views were derided, and that they had legitimate interests that hadn't been addressed. And that's extremely important going forward as we confront a whole variety of policy issues, economic and social. And for the establishment to feel that it is the only one who has the answers when it hasn't been able to solve all the problems is of course quite arrogant indeed. And we have to put that behind us and look at what's happening in the world and make sure that we're always addressing the fundamental needs of people, and we have to sometimes take an unorthodox approach when we do that.
You also mentioned in your talk about how government needs to promote innovation and entrepreneurship in a way to almost fill the gaps that are left by the social care network support system. How would you recommend they go about doing that?
Well, there's no one silver bullet, but we have to develop policies that will create inclusive growth so we can have social cohesion. There's great hope in technological breakthroughs, in innovation, but like any major change that occurs, it doesn't always benefit everyone. And so we have to make sure that the social safety net takes care of those who have otherwise been left behind. But economic process, employment, inclusive growth is the answer, and we've got to look for the solutions from anywhere we hear them, whether they come from conventional sources or from outsiders.